Wait, this isn't a time to make a radio transmission. I got a randomizer to do. On the Brio Thorn jungle. Let's set out and explore and see what the fuck we find. Just before I open this door, let me see if OBS is working correctly. Yes, it is. Okay. We're ready to go. Back. This guy's actually a hibernate twice. Let me go get some help here. Hey. Thank you. I've been saying that a lot. Like how I used to say fruit and rupees a lot when I was doing Skyward Sword. See, there's the thing that I need to do. Not the pirate, but this thing, and that's why I need the command visor. No shield for them. And while that cutscene plays, I'm gonna open myself a Coke. Whoa. Gotta put the Wii remote back on. Alright, let's go kill some pirates. Teddy bear face. Although the bottom here looks like an eagle. I don't know why. But the claws are cool. I should really get the texture for that. The pirate militia. 600 kills. Yeah, you shoot me, I shoot your wall. With very powerful missiles. See, you can get the scan early. As long as the Berserker Knight decides not to kill him. Ooh, wet jibs. Really? Oh, it doesn't work on him. I can zoom in, but it's not coded to work on him. Well, that's bad. You, on the other hand, Nova Beam. Any more? Nope. Good. That means we can take whatever's up here. Looks like a missile expansion, which is what I think it is in vanilla. Hold on, I gotta get my phone back on because that's how I see chat. Normally, I see chat by using the OBS. I can't do that because I'm using Dolphin on my totally legal Nintendo Wii. You know. I mean, I actually have this on my Nintendo Wii, so it doesn't really matter. Getting that game physically, though, was a bitch and a half. That and Prime 2. Teddy bear face. Anyway. Oh, I know what's here. Other than the space pirates. And two. There's the boss. Wonder how easy or not easy it'll be if they have to. Oh, there's a temporary scan up there, and yes, they are separate. Pirate Hussar. Stun him by shooting him in the mouth, like Ridley. And I get him back. Oh, he actually is immune to it. He's immune to the Nova Beam. At least his weak spot is. His weak spot's immune to the Nova Beam. That means I have to use the Hyper Beam. Oh, I can grapple voltage him! Did not expect him to actually hit me there. Actually, I think I only need one shot. Alright, he's dead. Boss is dead. These are shield militias, and this is I think this is the only time you can scan them. So they're a temporary scan as well. Yeah, I don't remember anywhere else where they show up. Pirate skiff flying over. Just saw Jolly Roger. Now, they go down in 2 shots, not 1. That's a save station that I just opened, so if we need it, we got it. I don't know if we're going to need it. Teddy bear face. I'm always going to point that out. Open! Open! Drunk Samus, 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 drunk Samus. Thank you. There's an item in here. It's the only one that carries one, though. It's an energy tank. Cool. Oh, there's the generator. Better go destroy it.
Data received.
Oh, well that doesn't look nice. You shot my ship, you asshole! What a dick. He shot my ship. And now I'm locked in. The space pirates. I think there's 2 of them at least. Yes, there are. Expendable tank. Well, I should be glad for that. I got a ship missile, even though I don't need it, teddy bear face, because I didn't actually use it. There we go. Now behind me, another armored pirate. I actually thought he was going to shield. He might die to burn yet. Oh no, he's not. He didn't get burned yet. Here's a cool way to take care of these. See these turrets? Well, there's a thing of fuel gel that's going to come through here. Right now. While evading the turret's fire, hold a charge shot and shoot the fuel gel! And you'll get an environmental kill on him. Sadly, I can't environmentally kill that one. Alright, here's the first turret. I know how they're fueled and how to get to it. Let's do that and destroy it. Oh, hyper mode. I switched to hyper mode for enemies that are in hyper mode because I can't do burn damage. There we go. Careful, there are more pirates on the way. More enticed to use hyper mode against armored enemies than it is not. But it's more like it promotes not spending a whole tank against them, though. Power Beam is very weak against an armored enemy, so you either have to use missiles or hyper mode. Alright, he's going to hyper mode. Mine. Just to destroy that. Now that the turret's gone, he won't have hyper mode anymore, or at least he shouldn't. He should be out of it, at least. I think he's still in it. Yeah, no, he's out of it now. Your life is mine. Oh, now you're gonna activate hyper mode. Like how he just waves his shield around. Oh, I siphoned all the life out of him. That's how you kill one of those guys stupid fast. Hyper missile, just 3 charge or 3 hyper shots, not charge shots. Charge beam doesn't act like the charge beam with the hyper beam. It's a lot of beams. Oh, hello! I didn't actually think that you were gonna be here, XY. We're doing the Tiamat turrets right now in Prime 3. And honestly, really playing randomizers, you at first should learn where all of the items in the game are. Ooh, that was vanilla. If you're really gonna play a rando, you should learn where all of the items are, so get 100% before you can hear a randomizer. Because if you don't know where it is, it could end up being a missile expansion, but it could end up being the Phazon suit or something essential. Stop! There's a mine right there. And it hurt me anyway, that's dumb. I just destroyed the other one. Oh, there's another one. It hurt me too, what the fuck? Hello. Alright, now the second turret. This is harder than the first one. The only good news is that these flying pirates are not armored. So that means I can do this. Oh shit, he landed. I did not expect that to happen because they rarely land. Even in Prime 1 and 2 they can land, they just barely ever do it. Alright, there's one. I hear you. Hello. I'll get rid of you first. And then you. Screw attack. And get the last one. then they leave because they realize this is a waste of time. Sadly, there are 2 of those friend vouchers you can't get. One of them is the shooting minigame on Olympus, and the other one is going through the section with Ridley and not taking any damage. Which, that friend voucher is hell and a half to get. I've gotten it before, but it's really stupid hard. And it's funny because when I got it, it was on the Trilogy version. It was in Metroid Prime Trilogy's version of Metroid Prime 3. I didn't even know it existed in the OG until I went back to it and got it. It was not very fun to get, though. Oh, here it comes. And... oh, it's vanilla. Whoa. Wii remote. And yes, I am using a real Wii remote on a computer. Oops, I mean totally legal Wii. Alright. I shoot a blank, I can go charge faster. It's killing them faster.
Data received.
There we go. No more shield. Now the boss can be fought. Did they drop any energy? No. I can get a shit missile back. Then I'm gonna go back to the second turret because there's something I can do for the rando. Teddy bear face. Right there. Where my reticle is. See? I think I heard a turret. Yes, I did. I did hear a turret. Open. Open sesame! Open sesame! Oh yeah! Well, it worked for Mario. Are any enemies in here? No. No, there is an enemy in here. Let's get the pirate board. 2 of them. 3 of them. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna steal this.
Data received.
Oh god, I just saw a pirate skiff go by. I don't know where it's going, but whatever it's doing, it's not gonna bother me, and I'm going away with this battery. Oh, there goes another one. And a third. So they're leaving the seed, it looks like. But me, I'm gonna be going towards it. Remember this room? Well, there's another side to it. Oh no, I thought I was gonna get stuck on here. And I wouldn't be able to use the morph ball to go through here. But I can. Teddy bear face. Right there. Where the green reticle is. There's also one on the plasma doors. You can open. Thank you. Oh god, I hate this enemy. Thank god he only ever appears here. This is a Fargle Hatcher, and they are the most annoying enemy in the entire game. They can only be hit when their mouth is open. They spawn insects when you don't shoot them. And they're invincible everywhere else. Plus, they have a reflector shield. And they're very, very, very annoying. Because if you ignore them, then they're just going to spawn the Fargles at you. And then that's just going to be it. You're going to keep taking damage from them. So the sad news is I can't just ignore this enemy and keep going on my way. Well, there's 700 kills. It only goes up to 1,000. And then you'll stop getting medals for it. There we go! He is now dead. Not big surprise. I also didn't even know that these little guys counted for the kill count. They do. I know most of the lore hasn't been scanned, but that's because I can't get 100% of the logbook anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Like, I'll never have the scan for Meta Ridley. Meta Ridley is completely skipped during the randomizer, unless for some reason you choose to go to the Olympus, and there's only one item on the Olympus. It's an energy tank. And even then, that energy tank is put into the rando pool. I don't remember, you start with a certain item, I don't know what it is though, but you start with an item. That's to take that item's place, or it's just completely rid of. I don't really know for sure, but I know that that energy tank is put into the item pool. I don't remember if you start with anything instead of not having it altogether. You don't start with the energy tank, though. I know that. I know that you don't start with the E-tank in question. Alright, let's drop the battery here and see what the energy cell has. Good Coke. "27 days. Yeah. That's how long it's been for me doing this. 27 days in a row. I don't know if you know this, XY, but I had to fight Gandrada backwards. Because I tried doing it forwards and I ended up breaking the game. The elevator despawned. So either if Gandrada was trapped down there, I would have to shoot her down there, but if I was put down there, the fight was just over. Because I can't go back up to hit Gandrada. It was a missile expansion. And with that, I think that's every possible item on Brio. At least I think it is. I think I actually entirely cleaned up Brio. Does I have anything left on Brio Fire? I know I don't have anything left on Brio Ice. Because we 100%ed it the second we got there. Nope, it's just the seed now. It's just the seed now. And that's exactly where we're going to go. Yeah, I broke the game playing, or trying to fight Gandrada. Because the elevator in the center that you come on despawned. And without it being there, she either falls into the hole and I just have to shoot her until she goes to her next phase. And keep in mind, she can still hit me, even when she's in the hole for the elevator. She can still throw her little chakarams at me and it will still damage me. I don't know why, but it will. But if I fall in the hole, the fight's over because I can't get back out and she's up there. That's the big part with Gandrada, and that's why I had to fight her backwards. And then I hope you were here last stream. I used the ship missiles to kill Rundus in one hit. I didn't think it was going to do anything to him. I thought the turret... So, Rundus's boss, the boss fight, and the Tiamat turret being built in that same area, both layers loaded at the same time. And I thought when I used the ship missiles, because Rundus got stuck, meaning the fight soft-locked. But I wanted to use the ship missiles to destroy the Tiamat turret stand. And I thought originally it wasn't going to do anything to him, but it ended up one-tapping him. That was last stream. But yeah, I ended up one-shotting him that way. Alright, Brio Seed, here we go. Yeah, it's in last stream. I'm sad that you missed that, because that was very funny when I did that. I actually didn't even expect it to do any damage, because he's not set to take any damage from that weapon, because you don't have it yet. But apparently he does take damage from it, and it just kills him instantly. Rio Seed. Alright, let me save here. Just in case anything happens. And then some people don't know this, but if you go to at least one of the seeds and kill all of these little guys, I use the X-ray visor to see them because it's easier to find them. However, you won't have that until the Pirate Homeworld seed, so I recommend being able to find them yourself. But if you kill all of them, you get a friend voucher. I'm going to do that to demonstrate that you get that. Or to lock the screen when it's close. To lock the screen, you just press the Z button on the nunchuck. I think I've said that already, though. How are you getting me missing? I haven't even shot one. 800 kills? Also, don't touch under the platforms, that will hurt you. See? Exterminator. There are sadly only 2 friend vouchers I will never get. Which is the shooting minigame and Ridley. Because you don't fight Meta Ridley at all. Or the Berserker Lord, for that matter. You don't fight either boss. You fight the second Berserker Lord, but you don't fight the first one. Alright, it's boss time. I remember when I thought about this boss when I was younger, I thought that I wouldn't be able to beat it because of it regenerating its orbs, but then I saw how it regenerated its orbs, and I was like, nah, this is simple. Also, speaking of, I've seen some of the new bosses in Prime 4, and some of them look like Prime bosses, some of them remind me of Federation Force. Alright, so here's how I like to take care of Maganar. He's going to switch his orbs into each of these slots he has, including the one on his back. So, to make him as vulnerable as possible, I destroy each orb, but I don't destroy the slot afterwards. Instead, I just destroy the orbs. See where they switch to, and blow it up when I can. know if I can get the one on his back. There's one on his back. Trying to see if I can bait him into running at me. There we are. Oh, he's getting 2 more. Even though it only takes 1 power shot or power charge shot to destroy them. Whoa! That even slows the Wii down sometimes, actually. So Retro went hard with making this game. I don't think so. Alright, now I'm going to destroy the back slot first. There's one. So now the hardest part's done first. And he's going to try to run at me. Miss. And I like to activate Hyper Mode and then bomb him. But I have Hyper Ball, so that won't do any damage to him because he's supposed to be guarding it. Well, the good news is there's more pickups for me. I actually don't know what it looks like for him to get all his orbs back. Or to get any orbs back, for that matter, because he never survives long enough for me to do so. Even on Hyper Mode. Kind of disappointing, this boss is just incredibly easy. Helios, on the other hand, is another boss. He's not that easy. And that's just because he has several different forms of himself, so you just gotta pay attention to which one he's using. Why does that not damage him full? Why does this one take 4 bombs, the other one takes 3? And if you miss, he's gonna jump. And whenever he jumps, he does the shockwave. Jumping. I knew that was going to not work. I tried my absolute damnedest to make sure he didn't jump. Good news is he only has 1 slot left. And that's the way the news goes. Unfortunately, my PED suit's already corrupted at 75%, so this cutscene's gonna get weird. Like, watch. He drops the hyper grapple, but I already have it. Like, he drops it in the cutscene. And then, when Samus does this... Oh, it didn't change to the PED suit. Oh, no, it did! It changed to the 25% corrupted PED suit. did change. And then when she puts her helmet back on, it's back to normal. This isn't really the hyper grapple, it's the grapple swing. Oh, why did I think it was a hyper grapple? I have hyper grapple. So he does spawn the pickup that he's supposed to. Oh, alright. I thought he just spawned it because it was a placeholder. Alright, use the hyper ball. That's what gets our big behemoth of a Leviathan to come out. That is what a Leviathan looks like. They hide up there. How do you kill him? So you do this. You take all the excessive phazon we got. And we shoot it at the core. See ya. Just gonna walk casually away from you. I don't know what landing site it's gonna send me to. It has to send me to landing site because the cutscenes have been skipped as well. So originally Samus goes outside the planet to talk to the Aurora unit. But that gets skipped. Okay, so it sends me to this one. It sends me to the standard freeway route. So we have a number of things we can do. We can go to Elysia and get everything there, because we haven't been there at all. But now that we've had the Hyperball for a while, so now we can go there. And it's strictly because this is the only landing site available, and you need the Hyperball in order to get out of it. The other landing sites are not available at all. We can click them on the map and see what they look like, but you can't land there. We can do that, or we can go to the pirate homeworld, into the command center right here, and take out the barrier protecting them from the Federation. Now, normally I prefer to do that last because there's a specific mission that entails with taking down the shield. And it has to do with saving 4 demolition troopers at least. Which is why, in my stream here, we're going to go to Elysia. That is the intended path anyways. Besides, we don't have all the energy cells, so even if we did alternate our path, we wouldn't be doing anything good. Because we don't have all the energy cells to get the pirate command code. And if you don't have that command code, you're not beating the game. You need it to beat the game. Here, let me open my second Coke. But yeah, that's why I'm going to Elysia, because there's more items to get. Which means probably the rest of the energy cells are here, unless for some reason Ridley has one. Which I don't believe that he does. Now remember what that landing site sounds like, because when you leave and when you come here, it sounds the ship uses the same sound. instead of using two different sounds for when you arrive and when you leave. Which, yes, I know is weird, but that's just how it is. Get out of here. I can't get either of those items. Gore hasn't come through here. And this was the thing that was blocking us. See? Without the Hyper Ball, you're not getting through. Swing, I screw attack. And that glass can't resist the screw attack. Oh, I took the intro cutscene out. Well, that's sad. I actually like the one for Alicia specifically. Now, the game may slow down a lot here because none of the shaders have been compiled and stored for Alicia, so all the shaders that we've had are for the Valhalla, Nori, and Pirate Homeworld trio. So, here in Phase, will probably slow the game down a bit. I need to deal with you guys, I could just melt you. I think I see an energy cell over there. But I have to... There's a certain order I have to get that item in, or else I break the game and it will constantly keep telling me the messages about Gore hurting my ship. Which I don't want to do. Oh, look, a steam lord. Let's kill it. Never mind. He ran away. Well, since I have the Nova Beam, and with that the Plasma Beam, I could skip the entirety of the next encounter. I could just skip it. But I'm not going to, because I will break the game if I do so. But I will open this up. I can't take it, but I will open it. Now, once Metroid Prime 3 probably gets further into development with randomizers, I think I will be able to skip this encounter. And then, instead, they'll just drop the item wherever it is. I don't know where it would be. But it's all because of how the layers are loaded that I don't think the first layer will load, so that item will be impossible to collect. Should I skip the encounter? Or both layers could be loaded at the same time, and then we just have an amalgamated mess of a room. Oh, and the room is coming up right now. If this door will open. Here we are. I don't match your hand, but I can still use it anyway. And I see the item here is vanilla. But I don't know what the encounter has. Because I haven't defeated the mini-boss yet. If you want to know something, these pistons up here, in Metroid Prime Hunters, they instantly kill you. I remember I saw one of my friends going through the piston cave, and he instantly gets killed by one of them. And I'm like, oh, well that's a change from Metroid Prime 1 and 2. But I think the reason that happens is that Metroid Prime Hunters runs on the Quake engine, so Crushers are per usually a one-hit kill on the Quake engine. Also, in case you didn't know, the capsule holding the Steam Lord is actually rendered underneath here, even when the cutscene isn't ready. However, the Steam Lord himself is not. Also, this is a really good place to see Samus's face, as you can see in the visor. Oh no, I'm locked in. That capsule's pre-rendered, so... but the Steam Lord's not. Oh no, Steam bots. Whatever will I do? Use it until it dies, of course. We'll take the advice of Mr. John Romero. Oh, if you're at work, make sure you take care of your stuff. You gotta make sure that that's done, because that's important. Is that all of them? Yes. Take a sip. Geez, Coke and Metroid Prime. I feel like Nintendo Capri Sun. Ooh, what does this button do? It does the obvious. Turns on the elevator. Now I can go and collect the item down that other path. But if I skip over that area, that's not going to be too good. If I skip over this. Especially because this leads up to the Aurora unit anyway. Hate on these guys. Shooting the Nova Beam projectiles don't have as much range as the Power Beam. Well, actually, they're not rendered to have as much range as the Power Beam. They do, but it's not rendered to look like it. But I don't like shooting with the Power Beam because the Power Beam projectiles are slower than the Plasma and Nova Beams. And I'll just destroy that because do it later. I either do it now or I do it later. I can pick my poison whenever I want. Sadly, I don't like it that Dolphin for the Wii doesn't have an input reader for it. I mean, yeah, I get it. Wii games that use the pointer like this one, I don't think that would be too good for. But I've seen an input reader on my actual Wii. I have an input reader for the Wii Remote Nunchuck. So you can see what buttons I push and where the Wii Remote's being pointed. And even then, you wouldn't have to show where the Wii Remote's being pointed because it already is being shown. That's where the green reticle is, if you can follow it while I'm moving it. That's showing where my pointer is being pointed. Okay. Shoot ourselves to the main spire. This area slows the game down a lot, too. Oh look, it's Mobile Suit Gundam. I mean Gore. You know, some people don't know this, but this big thing right here, this is Gore's battle suit, but not only is it his battle suit, it is also his gunship. However, we never get to see how Gandreda travels at all. And I think that's really, really weird. Why do we get to see how Rundus and Gore travel, but not Gandreda? We just know Gandreda went to the pirate homeworld. Oh, here's an achievement. Boost ball. Ow. Boost ball, and then run into him. You get bowling for bots. Good spare, I'd say so myself. However, you're supposed to do that when you get the boost ball. Which, we're about to go fight the thing that gives us the boost ball. Here, let me get rid of 2 of these guys. We can grapple voltage the other one. I love the grapple voltage. It's one of my favorite weapons in Metroid history. I mean, it's not the power bomb, which isn't in this game at all. There's an E-Tank. It's not the power bomb, but it's still a really cool weapon. the Steam Lord's gonna bring these guys back, and since I can see him, I will just kill him outright, and he'll fall to the depths. I don't get another achievement. Have a nice fall, you stupid bitch. Stylish kill. Groovy. I'm kidding. Well, okay, I do have a gun on my arm, so I bet kinda can be Ash Williams. It's not a double-barrel shotgun, but... oh god, imagining Samus with a double-barrel shotgun. That would be disgusting. If their arm cannon was a double-barrel shotgun. I've noticed there isn't really too much a shotgun beam in this game. The closest we've come to it is the charge shot of the light beam. And then the hyper beam is more like a minigun because it has the spinning barrels in it. But we've never had like a traditional shotgun as a weapon in Metroid. The closest we've gotten in 2D is the Spazer beam, and in Prime is the light beam, the charge shot for it. But I noticed Metroid Prime Hunters, although running on the Quake engine, does not have a shotgun. I guess the charge shot for the Judicator can kind of count for it. But even then, that would also mean that the light beam charge shot would have to count. Alright, here's what I like to do for this. There's also an item in here I can get. So we bomb this one. Stop! Then we bomb this one. And then we get the last one. That's all so you don't have to go back and forth. So it will save you time. Or, since we're doing a randomizer, you can take the alternative route. Pump your own health into this. Oh, I only got one. I only got 10 units back. And then you get up that way. I see it's vanilla. Oh, I thought I was gonna fall, but I did not. Wait a minute, isn't there supposed to be Elysian Shriek back here? Huh. Guess not. The reason I went back over here is because if I don't flip this bridge around, I'll break something. You can tell I religiously try to make sure I don't break the game. Because if I break the game, that could be one of two things. I could either break that part of the game, or I could entirely prevent myself from beating it. Which I've done before in Metroid Prime 2. The randomizer for that. I once scanned the elevator in the Torvis Temple before I had the translator. Or, not before I had the translator, I had the translator, but I did it during the layer where the pirate encounter was loaded, so it never loaded it in to where the elevator was active, and I completely stopped myself from ever being able to complete the game. And ever since then, I have been very religious about trying not to break the game. However, Metroid Prime 3 is the game I have the least knowledge about. I have the most knowledge on Metroid Prime 1. Which is weird, because that's the hardest one to break. This is the easiest one to break. Because people don't know too much about it. Oh, look, a missile! Really? You're gonna have this big of a guard for a missile? I don't really like this boss because it's very difficult to see where your shots are even landing. It's either hitting me in the bank. He's got a shotgun. It also barely misses. Careful there, you'll lose your lock if you're locked on him already. I just don't know why he's very difficult to hit. This is one of my least favorite bosses on Hyper Mode. A lot of the time, when I'm fighting him, I will use the Hyper Mode as a shield, so then I don't take any damage from his attacks. There we go. In reality, it really just depends on what time you shoot them, the antennae. If you're shooting him while he's walking, he moves side to side a bit. So it'll be more harder for you to hit him like that. When he's walking, seeing how he moves side to side. My reticle is red and then it turns green like in a very short amount of time. But if you've noticed, I shield myself with the Hyper Mode. You really want to shoot him when he's trying to use his missiles, or if he has this weird idle animation that he does. Fireball that I can't destroy. I'm just gonna make her shield it. Here goes one. Can you walk onto him, please? There's that item animation. And one of those antennae came down. Great! Great! I sound like Silver the Hedgehog! Hold on. I can! Oh, because you're not supposed to have the secret launcher at this point. Well, like, can I actually do that? And I can. Sorry, defense drone, that's just the way the news goes. Oh, I can just cheese him. Like the secret missile. Game, set, and match, motherfucker. That boss is very annoying on the hardest difficulty, to tell you the truth. 75%. We got the normal ending. Or not the normal ending. There's the 100% ending, the 75% ending, and 60 or 69 or less. Or no, 74 or less. What the fuck is wrong with me? Now that I've defeated the defense drone, I'm going to take all the power out of this pod. Oh, it's vanilla. That's a surprise. Now that all the power is out of the pod, I should be falling. But I'm not going to. Because for some reason that energy cell didn't control the power to the pod. It doesn't make sense, I know, but you just gotta go with it. Healing items. Yeah, defense drone's my least favorite boss to fight on hard mode. And a lot of people think like, oh, but what about Gendreda or Ridley or anyone else? Well, no. Honestly, those bosses aren't anywhere as annoying kind of weird that I find those two less annoying, or even AU-313. I still don't find that as annoying as Defense Drone. I just find Defense Drone to be the most annoying one. Oh. I didn't know it was going to come up for me. Yeah, I just find Defense Drone most annoying because it's extremely difficult to hit his antennae with any of the beams. I have the Nova beam, which is the fastest traveling projectiles, and it still was trouble for me to hit them. Alright, now that we have done the Defense Drone, we can go free up the Aurora unit. And sadly, these doors don't have faces. So I can't point it out. I don't know how this creates electric energy, but it does. This is where you originally get bowling shots. But because I had the boost ball early, I got it early. Thank you. Alright, the arena's just ahead. Which I can go to the other floating islands in this area, but I'm not going to do that until at least I defeat Gore, because honestly, Gore is a major boss. I don't want to delay fighting him any more than I already have. Hyper mode not take any damage from that. Hello? Orc ball. Thank you. And we're creating electric energy again. I still don't know how it happens, but it does. It's probably the same logic Shadow the Hedgehog level. Whoa! Whoa, whoa.
The Aurora unit is corrupted and requires repair. Opening maintenance level hatch.
What do I look like? Geek Squad? To repair your stupid organic supercomputer? Jeez. It's organic. Why can't it just use its own immune system? Well, that's because it doesn't have one. Little did the Federation tell us that they don't have their own immune system, even though they are organic. Just remember where I shot the first one, and I should be able to get this stuff back. I think they only have 3 rows? Yeah. I think that's right. That first, and him, and then the last one. And that's how that goes. Alright, it's vaccine time. There's the Metroid Prime missile launcher, from the first one. It's also in Hunters, and I don't know why, because that uses a hybrid of the Prime 1 and Prime 2 suit. Originally, it was just supposed to be the Prime 1 suit, but they decided against it. So they used the Prime 2 one in the cutscenes, and then they used a hybrid model in-game.
This turbulence is insignificant. I'll show you what I mean. Up there!
This is gonna be funny because I'm shooting him with the power beam.
The network's been severed. You have no chance of destroying the scene unless you restore the Aurorian.
You know he's voiced by a guy who voiced Dr. Robotnik? That guy who voices Gore is Edwin Neal, and he voiced Robotnik in the Sonic OVA. Are you working now, Mr. Organic Supercomputer?
What a terrible dream we were having. Thank you for purging our face on corruption and allowing us to awaken.
You seem to refer to yourself as a collective.
There is much to do. We have communed with AU-242 on Olympus and learned that...
Note he says GFS Olympus in the subtitles, but he just says on Olympus in the game.
We must destroy this Leviathan and stem the tide of corruption as soon as possible. We have a plan, but Gore's attack severed key communication cables, disrupting our access to Skytown's primary network. This prevents us from controlling Skytown and executing our plan to destroy the Leviathan. Gore's plasma cannon should be able to fuse together the
I wish I knew who voiced
We must
AU-217.
ask you to hunt him down. Gore may have changed Samus. Be prepared to deal with that. Good luck.
Sadly, I don't know who voices him. I only know who voices... Actually, I only know who voices everyone except him. I know Christopher Sabat is Rondus, and Jennifer Hale is Samus. Or at least that's what IMDb says, but some people think Samus was changed from that moment. Because we all know in Metroid Prime 1 that Jennifer Hale was Samus. Alright, how long have I been going for? An hour and 8? You know what? We'll give Gore what for it. And then that's when I'll go. No, I can't do that. I'll damage the sequence. I was about to take that shortcut, but I'll damage the sequence if I do so. I don't want to soft lock myself. As you can see from that incident with Metroid Prime 2, I'm just very adamant now breaking anything. Ship missile? I don't ever recall shooting one.
Ship status alert. Unknown entity approaching.
The sequence that I would have broken would have been this.
Lockdown.
These messages would have played over and over again when I reach the points they're supposed to play, because they will never be counted as checked off. Whatever the memory system is for Metroid Prime 3 wouldn't count them as being activated, so it doesn't ever tell them to not do them again. So they'll just do it over and over and over. See, there was more to this room. Oh, guess what? We get to see the Metroid Prime 1 missile launcher again. Remember those X-ray puzzles? Well, this one doesn't need the X-ray visor. Look, there it is. I used to shoot missiles like that. Anyway. There we go. I don't know how this game works in Prime Hack, and by that I mean, like, if I were to use an Xbox or a PlayStation controller, how would those motion puzzles work? I don't even know how the Prime Hack version even plays, because you have to remap a Wii remote. Which, will the gun still move around like this when you're aiming? Or will it stay in the center of the screen like it would if you were playing a traditional analog shooter like Halo or Call of Duty or something like that? I mean, I know Metroid Prime Remastered does that, unless you use pointer, but I don't know about Prime Hack, because I've never used it. I've only ever played the games on regular Dolphin the native way they're supposed to be played. Well, okay, not natively as in on Dolphin, but natively as in, like, for Prime 3 and Prime Trilogy, I've used the Wii remote. I didn't use a mouse or keyboard or a controller or anything like that. It just has always been the correct controller for the game. Like Metroid Prime, I played with a GameCube controller, and it was through a Mayflash adapter that I got specifically to play PC games with a GameCube controller. For Sonic the Fighters, I actually played that game with a GameCube controller, which is kind of weird because that's one, an arcade game, two, the community patch is for a PC with a PS3 emulator, I believe. I don't remember if it was Xbox or if it was PS3. So it either uses our PS3 or Xenia. But I play that game natively with a GameCube controller, so I have to use Delfinovin and a Mayflash adapter. And that was because I didn't want to get the original Nintendo one, because to use that with like Super Smash Flash or other games, I would have to get third-party drivers. Delfinovin wouldn't work natively. Oh, there's an energy cell. So that's two of them. It's two new ones. How many do we have? There are just 3 of them left. Well, that's cool. There are only 3 of those little guys left. Well, that's cool, because then I won't have to worry.
Ship priority status alert. Hull armor taking damage.
And the rest of the sequence, the last part of the sequence will play out after I do this. I wonder if Metroid Prime 4 is going to have pointer controls, because that's how I played Prime Remastered. I use the Wii pointer. And I do that so that I can move to my target easier, instead of just looking like I'm using an aimbot in the GameCube version. Which I don't, because I have no idea if... I don't even know if aimbot's even available for a GameCube.
Ship priority status alert.
Never seen it do that.
Warning. Hull integrity is compromised. Armor damage is critical.
Well, looks like Gore is really doing a number on my ship. And lo and behold, there he is, punching it like he's Donkey Kong. Alright. I'm gonna show him how to properly treat my ship. And then we'll give him what for that.
Just in time.
What do you mean, just in time? Why do you sound like an old man now?
Catch!
Okay, I was thinking about sparing you until you threw my ship at me. Now I'm really not gonna spare you.
Don't you feel the power? Soon everything will be corrupted, including you.
I don't know why Gore's voice changed so much when he got corrupted. But Rundus lost his ability to speak, and then Gandrada's voice didn't change at all. So there's this thing that you can do where you can freeze the fuel gel, and if Gore decides to run at you, he can slip on it. Just like that. but it's better to just dodge the attack than it is to have him slip on it. However, that if there's fuel gel on the ground, that can still burn you. Oh, what the fuck? How did he hit me? Well, I pissed off his circuits, so now he's gonna destroy the fuel gel. It's also really weird because Gore's model is split up into 3 pieces. The front of the battle suit itself, and him. Like, the tiny Gore. Oh, I got him! I didn't think I actually hit him at all. Also, he has a grapple beam of his own. It's just like a hook shot, really. However, I haven't gotten to use it yet, and right now we won't be seeing him use it at all. Now he's in hyper mode. He's going to be shooting missiles at me. I can do the same thing. Want me to shoot missiles at you? I can shoot missiles at you. I'm just kind of sad Gore doesn't have his own beam. Laser. How about you stop that? Let's settle this like real, humans. Never mind. Taken 2. Also, I suddenly switched back to the power beam. Damn it. All that trouble. We severed Skytown's network. You destroyed my ship, and we fought to cost your life to get taken by Dark Samus. All over a missile expansion? Christ, man. He's got some real anger problems. Well, he wrecked my ship, so I can't go inside, but I can go and save in it. So at least that still works. I was just... Sorry, I went mute there. I was just looking up. Why does Hyper Mode still say it's a mystery, even though I have it? Like, what? Someone just told me that Hyper Mode is still a mystery, even if you have it, and here it is. It is actually a mystery. But all the ship stuff shows up. All the rest of the stuff shows up. But not Hyper Mode. Anyways, I think that'll be it for now. So next time a Metroid Prime 3 Randomizer, we're gonna see what we can do now that Gore's out of our hair. I will see